Hey, we're back for day two of Airing the Crud with me and Q. Like we always say, please do go follow, like, subscribe, Love Kick Customs and 808 Kicks underscore ATL. Go and follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and all the lovely things that you do, guys, to actually make our channel great, because it's all you guys that make our channels great. But today is Airing the Crud Day 2, day 3 in the trenches. Well, I can't wait to day 7 when we're halfway through this and we'll be like, oh, what do we agree to do to this week? What did we agree to do with this whole thing, bro? Every single day live on YouTube. On YouTube.
What's the saying? It's a continuance of our strategy to try to take over the world.
Strategic deployment of military vocals. That's what I'm going to call it.
Military grade content.
Like plutonium, bro. Don't touch it. We're radioactive. Once we got you, bro. All right, cool. The first question I was going to ask you, right, was a lot of people listen. A lot of people need to take a step back in this modern day era, get out your feelings, right, and listen to lyrics rather than make up an agenda to actually make people beef each other. So you just told me before we started this, right, that Eminem was you thought Eminem was dissing Kendrick, but I because you saw a little snippet on wherever you watched it, right?
Yeah, I didn't get the full bars. What's up, Cam?
Yeah.
I didn't get the full context of what he was saying in the verse. Yeah. They specifically clipped that part to, and the caption was Eminem disses Kendrick Lamar.
Who do we know that clips stuff to actually make an agenda, bro?
Haters. I know people do this all the time, bro. People got whole clip channels, like, they start whole new accounts just to clip other people's content. So
exactly. So then I saw that initially when Eminem's album came out. Then I went back and actually heard it and read the lyrics, and the lyrics is basically going into a hater's mind, and basically Eminem saying, you haters will say anything to get an agenda, and basically I can't trust you, I can't believe you guys. So in that actual fact, he's paying tribute to the artists that he mentioned, including Kendrick and a couple of other artists. But this is Eminem's the same guy that we know that actually took Kendrick into a studio, chucked out all his entourage and said, I want you to write lyrics for he did it for one of his LPs. I want you to write lyrics for this song. I want you to see it. I want you to test you. And he tested him, and the song is absolutely magnificent. I need to kind of remember what the song is, but the song is great, absolutely dope, bar for bar, going back to each other. And Eminem actually said after that song, as Kendrick is the only person he's actually scared to go up against because he doesn't know what Kendrick's going to do.
Enough said, right?
Enough said. So stop capping, guys, and listen to the music and love it as you do, because if somebody like Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem all go and say, don't mess with this guy, you don't want to mess with that guy. That's what I'm saying.
You shouldn't need nobody to say that, bro. When you listen to that man, like
exactly, exactly that.
I reference. We did this on the pod. Yeah. Or no, it was might have been day 0 of Airing the Crud, where I referenced the verse he did on Baby Keem's song, Baby Keem's first single. Like, smoking on your top 5 tonight. That was the first words you heard from Kendrick in a while, you know what I'm saying? And the first thing he decided to tell y'all was, smoking on your top 5 tonight.
5 tonight. Yeah.
And he said it again. He said it like 3 more times. He started the beginning of the verse again.
Yeah. A lot of people just capping out there, making content of it, which is good, because you can make content of what you want, but at the end of the day, you gotta respect where it's called a love game. That Eminem Kendrick tune where he tested Kendrick is called a love game, and go and check that out. That's a song that featured on one of Eminem's LPs. Go and check that out. But 100%, like, there's going to be people that are going to create content, which is great for them, because basically it garners an audience. But state the facts. When you actually talk to facts, it's very important that you do that.
Lies are more intriguing. And, nobody cares about the truth when the lie is more intriguing. And that's really what the internet this current state of social media is built on in a lot of ways. Like people just trying to pull the wool over your eyes, and
but
most people go for it, even if you don't. It's interesting enough for you to keep looking at it.
Yeah, but the thing is, in the long term, the credibility is the downfall of that actual creator or the channel, because if the people actually, if you peel back the layers. I was going to say something else. If you peel back the layers, you realize that I don't know. It's not.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
If you start peeling back the layers, right, or and getting into the nitty gritty, you realize that their content is based on just drama, and then you start to get bored. I've been there, definitely been there. Like literally, you listen to a creator, and all of a sudden, after about 6 months, you're like, yeah, this is not great.
See, that's a business model.
Yeah.
Wendy Williams, TMZ, The Shade Room, Charlemagne the God. Who else? Like hell, Ari, Jerry. Like it sometimes it don't even matter whose mess it is. Like Jerry Springer and Maury Povich had exceptional careers based on the average person's drama.
Oh yeah. Like do you know what? Those actual channels, Maury Povich is classic. Jerry Springer, all right. He revolutionized that kind of genre of
it's trash, what they call it, trash TV, I guess, or something like that.
Yeah. Or it's basically whatever it is, they glamorized that, and like a lot of channels in the UK started picking up stuff like that. We had Jeremy Kyle. We had a lot of other people. Jeremy Kyle actually got cancelled because one of the guests that actually went on his channel allegedly. I actually can't say allegedly because it actually happened. He actually killed himself pretty much. He offed himself. So it wasn't that great. Obviously that situation happened, and they kind of shut down the show.
Yeah, that was a whole era in the US, like in the mid to late 90s, even towards the early 2000s. I mean, Jerry had a super long. Jerry and Maury had the longest runs.
They were talk shows.
Daytime talk shows. Yeah. But we had Jenny Jones. Her show ended based on some controversy. I can't remember exactly what it was.
Wasn't Oprah?
No. Oprah was on TV for like 30 years.
Oh, okay. Cool.
But see, Oprah did a multitude of things. Like her show was diverse. Like she would have, people coming on there talking about trauma, but then she interviewing Michael Jordan and Charles Barkley. You know what I'm saying? So Oprah, sometimes she was, I believe she did solo shows too, like where she would just go in there and just be straight topical with herself, or maybe have an expert on or something like that. But she didn't always have a celebrity on. She didn't always have music. She didn't always have controversy or drama. She did everything, and it was well balanced. That's why she is who she is now.
Do you believe that's where the whole? Do you think that's what started podcasting? Like I'm talking like not the conceptual visuals, but the drama side and the discussion debate side started early on from reality TV, and it kind of migrated and evolved into content and podcasts.
I'm not sure, bro. I haven't did much research on the origin of podcasting, outside of what the term podcast means. And we know, some of the bigger podcasters that were early on in the platform. We know the genres are, the two main genres are murder mystery, and I believe either music or entertainment. I can't remember which one is two.
Oh yeah. Murder mystery is a big one. Like even my girlfriend's sister listens to murder mystery podcasts. It's like riveting, and I do. To be honest, I find it fascinating. Recently, maybe about a year ago and into this year, remember the guy out of what do you call it, Forrest Gump, the black guy who's No, not Tom Hanks. His co-star, the black guy, the big black guy who actually has
Bubba?
a family, and Bubba. I saw something very interesting about him and his family and how they can sense spirits. And it was on like a reality TV ghost story kind of thing. That was quite interesting, to be honest. Like a celebrity, it only basically the whole show was emphasizing celebrities and ghosts and their interactions and how some of these celebrities interacted with ghosts in their life, which is crazy.
McKelty Williamson.
Yeah, McKelty Wilson. That's the one.
Yeah. Let me see. It's not a movie. It's a TV show.
Yeah, it's a TV series. Definitely. I can't. For the life of me, I can't remember the name. But we looked it up and we was looking. It goes through a lot of celebrities as well, and it's about 3 or 4 seasons long. I really can't remember the name if I'm honest. But it's to do with a Hollywood celebrities and ghosts. And while you're talking, I'll try and find it as well, bro. I need to make sure I remember these names.
Yeah, I'm looking at his filmography right now. I can't say. I don't want to just start naming stuff because he got a good bunch of work he done put in. I only seen him in a couple of things though. I never seen him on TV. It's just Forrest Gump and maybe another movie or so.
Yeah. So, but yeah, Forrest Gump's a really good movie.
Yeah, bro. I didn't see Forrest Gump maybe 10 to 15 times in my life.
It's literally called Celebrity Ghost Stories. I'm so dumb.
Okay. It's okay, bro. It's okay.
See, it's that obvious sometimes.
I mean, at least we know you know what you're talking about. So
exactly. Celebrity Ghost Stories. Go check that out. There's about 3 or 4 seasons on it, and it's actually got really good stories. It's quite interesting. I think the one I'm talking about is when he calls his mum. And she says to stay away from his house, and keeps staying away from his house. And his friend dies, and she told him not to come around because his friend had a bad aura and she could see death upon him. That was crazy. I was like, all right, cool. And then a couple of days later, he gets a phone call from his mate who'd passed away, saying, "Come and save me, please. I don't know where I am. Come and save me." Imagine, bro. And he said it was him, and I could hear screaming in the background, and I could clearly hear his voice, and I never heard that voice ever again. Yeah, you got to go check out Celebrity Ghost Stories. It's crazy.
No, okay, we here now. You believe in ghosts?
I don't know, bro. I would like to believe in something higher, spiritually bigger. I think there is something spiritually bigger. Through my whole religious views, my spiritual views, and obviously some of the, because I'm Sikh, I have a lot of beliefs from the Hindu religion as well as the Islamic faith, all bind into our religion. So it kind of leads me down that way of reincarnation and all that stuff. So I kind of suspect there's something further upon us. So this is just, I'm a vessel passing through the universal plane. That's the way I look at it.
Okay, I received that 100%. You believe in evil though?
Karma, yeah, of course.
I mean, no, I ain't talking about humans doing bad things. Mm-hmm. I think humans doing bad things is inevitable, and I think it's a human thing. I don't know if I necessarily believe in demons or angels. I believe in chemical imbalance, and I believe in good-heartedness.
Do you believe in spiritual imbalance?
I can't say I do 100%.
Yeah, because I do understand chemical imbalance, and that I think a lot of ailments is due to chemical imbalance, and this is why it's important.
Mental ailments.
Yeah, mental ailments, and it's really important that you look after your mental state. And I never knew how important mental health was until the last 10 years. Bro, I never knew
Literally.
how important that was. Literally, I like, dude, don't even talk about that. I'm good. Like, trust me, I'm good. But the people around me, they suffer a lot, and
Bruh.
it's
No.
important that you look after
So
the people around you.
facts. That is a fact. 100%. So about 2011, around mid to late 2011, going into 2012. I'm talking about I was in the worst mental space that I had ever been in,
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully will never be in again. Um, that's why I worked so hard because it was kind of tied to my status in life. You know what I'm saying? I was down so far, bro. Like I couldn't see a way up. I was down so far. You know what I'm saying? So it my mental state came down to my social status.
Okay. Yeah.
And bruh, I'm talking about drinking. Y'all think I be hitting this little vape pen a lot when we be on air. Bro, talking about cigarettes to the face, back to back to back to back. I
Oh
was
yeah.
buying cigarettes by the carton at that time. R.I.P.
Bro.
My uncle Charles. I was rolling around with my uncle. When I wasn't with my uncle, I was drinking and smoking myself stupid, bro. And
Hmm.
I'm talking about smashing beers, walking to the back and forward to the store to get more beer. You know what I'm saying? Fucked up walking to the store, probably looking crazy. I ain't gonna front. It's not like I was trying to look crazy, but you don't
Yeah.
know how you look when you in a
When you're in
bad
that state.
space. Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't know how you look. Everybody else see you because you're not seeing yourself or anything else clearly, for that matter, in my opinion. Um, and I ain't talking about no. I don't feel like I'm talking about a chemical imbalance. I'm talking about a life imbalance. I'm talking about coming to the realization that you really ain't got nothing going on for yourself that's sustainable or feasible for the future at 29, 30 years old. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it hit me like
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
ton
Yeah.
of bricks, bro. And I'm looking at my peers, I'm looking at my family, I'm looking at my friends, and I started wondering, like, why do people even fuck with me? Like, why do these? It can't be rap. Cause at the time, I was rapping heavy. That was my thing. Be in the studio, trying to push, That was really like my last real push at trying to go pro in
Yeah.
music,
Yeah.
as far as being a rapper is concerned. And that stopped looking like a viable option. Relationship went to shit. Lost my job. Uh, I just didn't. I ain't had nothing to go. I ain't had a place of my own. I had to go back to my mama's house, bro. I thought one night, sitting there drinking and smoking myself to death at 29, 30 years old, sitting there thinking to myself, would anybody miss me if I wasn't here?
Hey, bro. Jeez. Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you one thing about life. When you're at your lowest, when you're at your lowest, it will basically give you a hand and lift you up, and you don't even know it. You don't
I had to
even
go
know
back
it.
to my mama's house, bro. I just
So
had to face. I had to face. I had to face reality for real. Like, I
I,
start.
I tell you something. I'll tell you something that's interesting now, bro. Right, 27 years old. Right. Um, I was working. Everything's fine, and my life changed like that. I was constantly having arguments with my parents, my mum, my dad, my brother. I met my missus. We've been together like obviously for now 18 years. Um, I came to the decision that I needed to leave. I needed to leave, and I needed to do what I need to do for my life. Otherwise, I'll never do anything for my life. It's not throwing shade at my parents. They kind of didn't understand me, and I didn't understand them until like recently, in the last 5 years. They didn't know what I wanted to do, and they couldn't cage me for the person I was, because I like to just be free and do what I need to do. And I overnight left home and left everything, bro, and just went from East London to West London, and got one bedroom flat. Just stayed there. I'm talking about when everything all in one with a separate kitchen. Stay there until I got to where I am now today. I started from like pretty much. The only thing I had was my job and my missus. That was it, bro.
That's all you need.
That's all you need, bro. And I'm here today, and we're still working, and we're still growing, and we're still evolving. But when life gives you a handout, and it tells you need to take this route, and you can see it clearly, and you need to take it. You need to take it. Like you went back to your mum's. I had to leave.
Yeah, I done been back to my mama's house a couple times since I've been grown. However, I remember I said to you a couple weeks ago, when did you start talking back to your parents?
The day,
like really letting them know how you feel.
The day before I left. The day, like, I never ever have talked to my parents ever, bro. Ever in my life, since I was a little kid, since up to the day I left, before the day I left, the day before I left, I swore at my father, and I regret it to this day. But I swore at my father, couldn't believe what I was hearing, due to the situations we were arguing about, and I left. That's the only time, bro. That's the only time.
I can't say I want to ask more people that question. It wasn't a true talk back, like, cause I at 23 I remember moving in with my mama after being gone for a few years, and we treated each other like friends more so than like a parent-child relationship for a couple years. I feel like because that was around the time, like I said, I was 23, 24, like, so I was out there. I was moving around. Ain't nothing you can tell me that's gonna stop me from doing what I want to do. You know what I mean? Like, especially when I got my own money, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing my own thing. Like, no, I'm not I come here to sleep. You know what I'm saying? I'm going outside. Either I'm at work or I'm out. Wherever, whatever is going on. And all that was like that because at like 18, 19, because my mama always talked shit to me about smoking. She always, when you gonna stop smoking? When you gonna stop smoking? Now she asks me when I'm gonna stop vaping. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop. Just stop. You ain't. I'll stop if I want to. You nagging me ain't gonna make the process happen faster. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I used to get. That's why I used to get in trouble, because I didn't want to do what you was telling me to do, and you still trying to tell me what to do.
Bro. You know what? I learned through my. I was rebellious. I was very rebellious when I was a kid. Like, I grew up and I became more and more rebellious because I just didn't want to be. I didn't want to be what my parents wanted me to be, and that's why I got rebellious, right? But what I learned from that phase is, I would never, if I do ever have kids, I would never tell them not to do something. I would encourage, not the bad things. I mean, I encourage them to do good things, and what I think is, as soon as you tell somebody, anybody, even your kids, that you can't do this, they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it, and they're gonna love doing it, because it's proving the point that you can't tell me nothing. You can't tell that's the attitude, bro. And that's where that's a teenage pre-grown attitude, like I'm grown now, and I'm not 17 or 18. I want to be 23. I'm earning money. You can't tell me nothing. All right, cool. All right, cool, bro.
But you,
all right, cool.
But you, the whole time you don't realize how stupid you are. The whole time you don't realize you don't know nothing. Shut up.
That was the biggest reality check I ever got in my life, right? Is when my money started becoming somebody else's paycheck in terms of rent and bills and this and that and shopping. I'm like, yo, bro.
Look though. Look who calling me.
Who's that?
My mom.
Oh, your mama. Shout out to Mama Q, she's on time, bro. You need to put her on.
No, we would not be putting her on. Look, she might be calling me because she watching. She ain't like what I just said.
Hey, Quentin, you can't be saying that about me.
Watch out, bro. Watch out.
No. Yeah,
but no, dog. Now it's like, I'm gonna say what I feel like saying because she gonna say what she feel like saying, but we grown too. At this point, it's about mutual respect for adults. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, especially when you, bro. I ain't been dependent on my mama in so long. Like, I could look out for you sometimes now. Like,
bro, you wanna
with me looking out for you, you gotta relax.
I know. I'll tell you. This wasn't even the subjects we were going to talk about. The subject we talk about will probably be tomorrow now. But like this came out of left field, and I love this as well.
You started.
But it evolved into something we wasn't even going to talk about. My mum still to this day will treat me like I'm 5 years old.
They always will, bro. They always will.
Like I'm. My mum told me something really interesting. When I was younger, right? I obviously was born in East Africa, Tanzania, all of that stuff. I was a very sickly kid, and I'm talking when I was born, when I was young, just born. I think one of the nurses looked after me day and night for 2 to 3 days to make sure I survived the night. And I'm like, raw. And she told me that years later, and she introduced me to the nurse that when we went back home, and she goes, oh, this is the nurse that was looking after you. Obviously my mum was still in hospital, and she was looking after me and taking care of me, so I survived the night. That was crazy. Like, and to be like 20 or 18 to 20 to meet somebody that you haven't seen since you were born and you don't remember them, but you hear stories about them. That's crazy. That's literally crazy. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for her.
No, shout out to her. Shout out to her for real, bro. Give a round of applause for her, please.
Yeah,
can you
round of
button, please?
Yeah. But there's this really wacky theory. And you need to get your head around this. Right? This theory goes into the whole reincarnation theory, but I'm take it with a pinch of salt. But get your head around this. There's only one entity that lives for all of us in a different time space. Do you know what that means?
No.
Right, cool. The theory is, I might botch this up a bit, but this is what me and my missus were talking about.
We like the botch up.
We
botch it right on
years ago. So the theory is, there's only one entity that lives all among us, which means we're all the same, but that entity lives through me right this moment in time, and then will live through you by going back in time. But then he's done that so many times for every single human being on this planet that everyone and everything is that entity.
I mean, you talking about
that's
God,
crazy.
Right?
No, that entity feeds back into the higher plane.
I ain't never heard none of that before.
No, bro, that was
Sound
crazy.
like God to me.
Yeah, sounds like an angel of God. But yeah, but bro, I'm not even joking. When my missus sat me down and said, "Listen to this theory," it's like, "All right, cool, what's up?" And she was like, "Oh, we all live through one entity, and that entity is all of us." And I was like, "It's God, no," because no. That feeds back into the spectrum, or the God spectrum, because basically it's one of these angels that lives through, and in each planet has got each individual angel that lives through the reincarnation process for that actual planet. It was trippy, bro. I was like, what have you been smoking?
All right, and that's the show for today. Do with that what you will.
What have you been smoking?
Do with that what you will.
All right. Do you believe in UFOs?
We can say that for another show.
Okay, cool. Maybe tomorrow. And on day 3, do you believe in UFOs? And if you was a UFO, would you be Emperor Palpatine? Q knows exactly where this is going tomorrow.
We'll see y'all tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, guys. Peace out.
Peace.